This episode of Me and Osworth Game is brought to you by JACKPOCKET, America's #1 lottery app. JACKPOCKET lets you order lottery tickets like Powerball, Mega Millions, right on your smartphone. So you just whip your phone out right there. Powerball, Mega Millions, right in the palm of your hand. Download JACKPOCKET. New customers get first Power or Mega Million tickets for free. So if this is your first time using JACKPOCKET, whip your phone out right now. What you got to lose? Your first ticket is free. All you got to do is use code Gillie. That's code Gillie. Only on JACKPOCKET.
You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game, and I'm gonna tell you from the beginning, life is beautiful. My life is beautiful, man. You know, I wake up in the morning, and it feel, you know, I don't know. I just wind up at a dealership or wherever I want to go. I might be at a 5-star restaurant, 5 o'clock. I open a restaurant.
Nigga. Yeah.
Life is just beautiful. I'm just being straight up. Mm-hmm. But in order for life to be beautiful, don't look at the end game. You got to look at the story, not just my glory. You can't just look at because a person to say,
heavy.
I Chainz in a mansion. This dude eating out of a platinum spoon, and how he doing this? He eating golden fruity pebbles. How he? It wasn't always like this. Yeah. Go to do the research. He had to put the work in. Mm-hmm. I wasn't always. You looking at? I mean, he did a beat for who? It wasn't always like that. I was trying to get in the game itself. You looking at Larry? Larry was running around slinging CDs out the car to Trump.
Yeah. You looking at T? I remember he had the best.
That's another story. That's another game. You know what I mean?
It ain't come from Diddy. It wasn't right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
now he's flipped the script to Chainz. All the way the fuck up.
But I'm saying that to say this. We live in a time now where everybody wanted like this. Everything is like this. Everything is like this.
Microwavable.
Everything is microwavable, but it was like, that ain't how life happened. So when, you know, you hear these brothers say life is beautiful, it's really beautiful based off the work they put in. We talking about years, we talking about decades. We talking about everything you ain't see. You know what I mean? Everything wasn't all peaches and cream, you know what I mean? Even with me, I had to grind. You gotta grind, you gotta get up and grind. So, you know, they able to put this project together and they mean it. A lot of titles, sometimes you hear titles, it don't really be like, you know, people be wishing the title could be true. Yeah. But is it different when it's really true, when you're really moving around? Now, I need to know, how did the phone call go when y'all said, we gonna just do it? Cause it had to be a phone call. Y'all just like, yo, man.
And who made the phone call?
To start this whole thing.
So me and Chainz was already working. We had a few records and shit. Mm-hmm. And he got in with Al. And when they started cooking, Al called me and was like, come on, we gotta put together a little 5-piece. I'm like, let's run it. And it went from there. He got the cooking and, you know, he cooked quick. So he got to send me that fast. And he got it going like that.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of Larry too. Like
what?
We was probably 5 songs in before we even met in person. You know what I'm saying? They was just meshing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's the player like undertone that we both kind of got as far as like, you know what I'm saying? Just being in our own space, being very down to earth, being calm, being, you know, the charisma and a couple other things I think we share, you know what I'm saying, as far as DNA to make this project so cohesive. And then, you know, I've never done a project where it's been led by one producer. So that's something I always wanted to do. And I also wanted to do it away from the norm for me, which would be trap, but for other people. For me, I really enjoy rapping, but I have made my career off, you know, a couple hit records and stuff. But this was something that I just thought was perfect timing for me. It's my first project that I've done independently. I mean, these guys was like, we putting this out.
Yeah, we coming off the
in
hip.
30 days. They was on some, we putting this out next month. I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? And just you know, move with so much freedom and, you know what I'm saying? It's just very liberating to work with both of these guys. And, you know, I'm been a fan of Al, so I think everything just kind of fell in place.
Was a silent competition there? Like, cause both of you are some rappers. And you know that bring the best out of motherfuckers. You know, I come from a group where I'm like, I'm about to go ahead and talk this on these. It was a silent competition. It wasn't out loud, but it was like, I gotta talk to you. I'm about to send two Chainz this record. I gotta talk that. Was it a little silent competition going on?
For me personally, I I don't think I came at the competition. I came at it like I wanted to make a statement for the people who would listen to it. I think I was for some reason I was like, this is gonna be a unique experience for a normal 2 Chainz fan. I just need to like show. I was kind of on that more than like.
You was talking.
Yeah. I think I was on some like let me just like we call it lifestyle rap. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, like. You know, I can go the metaphor route. I can say something is as big as whatever, but lifestyle rap is, you know, I got a pretty cool life too, you know what I mean? And so it was just about, and that's something that Larry, he embodies that lifestyle rap, whether he talking about jogging or drinking orange juice, you know what I mean? And so people know, and as I run it, we got some of the similar thing. I got a garden, my dog, I don't know who running out of eggs. I got plenty of eggs in my yard. I got chickens. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
niggas from
and
the
it's
hood,
just how
rich
we.
nigga shit. I got
chicken. I got 100 acres at home.
Talking like that shit, you got a nigga trying to throw that out there because I got cows.
Yeah, y'all running out of eggs. I'm sorry to hear that.
Never ran out of poultry.
Ain't no bird flu, but no, I think that's what meshed us. You know what I'm saying? Together, because it was like. Let me talk about my portfolio. Let me talk about my real estate properties. Let me talk about my LLC. Let me talk about my passive income. Let me talk about my VC or whatever. You know what I mean? So
let me talk about putting a gun in my wife's name.
Yeah. I explained my homie got a case. I told him, I said, man, I don't. You know, we'll talk later. Yeah. You know, I'm from a different club. Yeah, we'll talk later. But yeah. Boy, Gillie here. Next question.
Like Al, you work with so many greats, it's crazy. But I see you and Larry always getting crazy, right? And y'all got something special because y'all just don't like what you just always just send it. You just wake up, let me send Larry 10 beats. Because I'm saying like y'all got so much work, man. Body of work is crazy. Y'all could do an anthology right now. Just put a tape out.
I mean, you know. It's a blessing to have his ear, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I make beats, so the rapper's my best friend. You know what I mean? You find someone that meshes with your style, it's like, you want to stay close to that, you know what I mean? And, you know, it didn't matter that I had been in the game a long time and Larry was like kind of newer. To me, I tune in. Like, I could hear when something is special.
But what made you take a liking to Larry?
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was even just the tone. I was saying earlier, like, you know, some, like the vocal tone. Like, you know,
He is like the Barry fucking white or rap.
Like, you know, like I did a lot with Pete Prodigy. His tone, sometimes it's like just the register, and there was something about his tone and that laid back style that he was on. And I was even late. I'm not gonna lie. Like once I got hip, you know, Jay Worthy, my man, friend of ours, put me on.
Shout out to Jay Worthy.
He put me on, and it was like it took a minute, but once I dug into Larry's catalog, I was like, yo, this dude is crazy, and I had to go back and just get knowledge on all the tapes. And he was already maybe 5 years in his run already once I caught on, and it was like, and I see other people, one thing about Larry, he's like the truest word of mouth artist I've ever seen. Like everybody I know who likes Larry will be like, yo, this my friend of mine, Jeff, he put me on to Larry. They come up and tell him all the time. Everybody who loves him is like, got put on by one of their friends who was adamant, you gotta go listen to Larry, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
it's crazy.
Once we connected, it was like I saw that we had a bag in the lane we could work, and you know, after Great Escape, you know, we locked in. But then bringing 2 Chainz in, that just shook.
That was crazy, I think, because
nobody thought that was coming.
Nobody thought it was coming. It shows awareness of Chainz, like his awareness that he on point. Him being an artist in the game, a legend in the game, it's like that was so thorough for me because when Larry told me, Larry, me on the phone, I said, what? I said, we got to do this. Because first, we were supposed to go to the, you know what I mean, Escobar's or the strip club down in Atlanta. I was trying to get to there, you know what I mean, whatever, we're going to do the interview there.
We're going to still make it happen.
You know what I'm saying,
Nigga
whatever.
mad about that, look at him.
That's me,
That's low key, him checking one of y'all because he was supposed to.
No, I was trying to go down Escobar's. He got like a plate. I was just trying to go see and get a plate in Escobar's, man. That's all. I ain't saying strip club.
Too, by the way.
Yes, there is. So the whole thing is like, it was personal to me, right? Because me and Larry got a brotherhood. And I'm one of them dudes that's always on the ground telling dudes, Larry June. They be like, nah. I say, Larry June is listen, bro. What I love about Larry is not just the music, it's the business infrastructure. And I try to tell dudes, go study Larry so you can realize the business of music. All that other stuff you talking about. He's independent. He got more your favorite rapper, you're a big artist that don't own nothing. He do 30 shows and he'll do double nights and like 30 show tour dates. He'll double up. He going from city to city, then he going overseas, then he coming back and he giving you multiple projects, and he recording at the kitchen table in his crib while the juicer is running.
But he'll tell you,
I've been there.
Just like you were saying earlier, the way up. He told me, like, man, it wasn't always like that. He used to open small shows. Like, he told me the way up was, he built that up. That by the time we tapped in, it was like, this man got like he sells hard tickets. A lot of these guys, they got big numbers. It's hard to sell hard tickets.
But Larry is selling hard tickets, and this is what I love, and that's why the Chainz joint was so important, and it was so thorough to Chainz to say we got to partner up, because I know that the Chainz wake people up because we know about Larry, but there's so many people that don't know about Larry, and that's good though. Yeah. Because I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, this dude's selling hard tickets. He run around the country, he doubling the shows up in places like Atlanta. And Larry June got a $7,000 to $8,000 studio set up in his kitchen. It's about the work. It's about the work. Because I think in our culture now, we normalize, what you doing? I'm just going to the stew. When I came home from jail, I told Gil, I said, yo man, what the f is going on in the studio? He said, wow. He said, why just be in the studio? I said, that nigga ain't put a song out yet. What the f, this the new thing, being in the studio?
That's escaping the block.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
It's like, so before you went, they had gyms. For y'all, it was probably boxing gyms in Atlanta. We had Run and Shoot, which was a hoop. We had a 24-hour hoop stuff. I'm talking about literally at 4:30 after you get through winning or losing on the dice, you could be like, man, let's go hoop. So now when everybody has a studio, that's why it's like a rest haven. Everybody go there to hang out. Some people go there to deal, you know what I'm saying, to handle their business.
Handle their business.
Some people go there to, for a long time, for me, my original studio was more of a trap. I mean, it had the studio equipment, but I was not using it every day until I went on tour with Wayne, and then I just watched everything it was basically on how to be successful, right? It's like I saw bro go from stage to like eat to the studio to like the next day. Like I go to sleep, I wake up like 10, he'll still be rapping, and I ain't had like, I was comfortable, but I ain't had nothing like that. So I said, when I get back to the I'm gonna go cold turkey on the bags. I'm gonna stop hustling, and I'm gonna use my studio for what it's worth. Like this is what you know what I mean. And my trap was like, a lot of the guys, they would stop. Like when it started getting dark, 9 or 10, everybody would shut down. So I would just start going to rap. That's how I end up rapping all night now. I wait till everybody leave, then I go up there, and it just paid off. I haven't stopped since then. It's probably been like 08, 09 since I really saw the blueprint on, you got to do this basically like every day. Like this a job, but you don't actually clock in or clock out. But like if you rap and do music, it's your job to do this.
And what a lot of people don't understand is a lot of rappers work way harder than a that got a 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what don't understand. Like everybody know I had my ins and outs with Cash Money, but the one thing I always say is they some hustling.
Work
to know how to hustle. Then you be like, okay, they might not be the smartest in the world, but they put some smart around them, and they hustle is impeccable.
That's how you learn the game.
Hustle is impeccable. I'm talking about Baby and Slim. You could tell they learned that as they was going along. You feel? But the hustle, wake up, get to the studio at 1, you there all day, go to the club, leave that at 3:30, you right back in the studio, you leave that at 7, you waking up at 12:30, you right back in the studio at 1. That go on every day, man.
You know how they say 10,000 hours?
That's real.
100,000 hours.
That's real.
And that shit, and it weeds out people who ain't, I think, because you can still do it without rapping every day, trust me. But I think it makes it harder for certain people to get in once they realize the amount of work that has to go into this. You know what I'm saying?
But even when you're not rapping, you still hustling. You on the road, you're doing shows, you doing this, you doing that. Then when you get a chance to rap, you got to go in there. You got to. So they don't understand the type of toll that you take on your body. Being on and off planes, on and off tour buses. You got to land, go straight to a video shoot. At the video shoot, you got to go to the studio. You in there, man. It's just a bunch of different shit that don't really understand. They just think that going to the studio and rapping make you a star. That's not even 15% of that.
You gotta be outside.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta be outside, you gotta be moving around, you gotta know how to talk to people. It's a lot that come with it.
And the come up part, when you gotta really go slang and go get your name out there and get up that whole
You gotta
shit.
be posting on social media every day when you're trying to come up.
You gotta say thank
and
you,
before the
shake
social media,
hands.
Right.
you know what I mean? Like really hand in hand.
You gotta dedicate all your time. Like I used to tell my girl, like this is like a fireman's job. Like you know, they be in the house at 3 a.m. and sleep. Whoop, you get the alarm. I might get a call to come to the lab at 3 in the morning or something. You gotta up. And a lot of my
It means a lot of times you gotta be you don't even want to be. That's the hardest part about this. You could have just had a crazy argument with your wife. Fuck you till I'm out of here. As soon as you walk in the store, 2 Chainz.
Can I get a picture?
Oh God,
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah, can I get a picture?
That's tricky right there.
That's the wildest. That's how you
You know what I mean?
That's tricky.
You be out eating dinner, fucking walk up with the camera out, you eating dinner with your family.
oh God, you're like, man.
Yeah, nah.
All right, see, I don't went upside your head with the joint when I was, you gotta compose it, like, and then just rude. Like, then they got laws, you could just film a in public, it don't matter what he doing, where he at, if he wants you to film him, so you can just walk up on the shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
You socked it out of him, you got to get his 400,000.
Yeah, for real.
So, it's hard being one of these.
But you know what's crazy though? Chainz said some very important, and it's crazy. Chainz said, I was a student of Wayne the whole time. I'm soaking up everything. In a place where as though the rap game is real competitive and it's egos and it's, I know everything. There's so many that came through in that time when you were studying and taking notes.
Absolutely.
That was here, that might have been on a bigger level than Chainz at the time. But they knew it all. And a lot of people was not willing to be students because this game, I learned about this game, is about trading game. Me and Larry trade all the time. He call me, Wallo, listen to this. I call Larry, you gotta get this product. It go with your brand. He like, my thing. But the fact that he said, I sat there, he humbled himself, because he could have been like, because a lot of dudes be on some shit like, I'm hotter than this, I'm next. They gonna be selling, yeah, you hotter than what, you gonna be next. He could have been on that shit.
For sure.
He said, oh no, I'm playing. Let me go back here. That's hard to do, because once you bubbling, and now you going here to there, you get your little money, you get your sucked in different hotels and all this. You can't nobody tell you nothing. Your manager can't tell you nothing.
But see, the one thing I can say about Chainz, Chainz is a real hustler.
Yeah, that's different.
So it's different. When you a hustler, you're not trying to compete with nobody. You're trying to eat with it. It's a difference. Because you like, I'm trying to get mine. Real hustlers is just trying to get theirs. And a real hustler is not concerned about what another doing.
At all.
Because he like, I just got to get mine. He actually happy for another eating. So since I met Chainz, the one thing I could say is he always been a hustler. You feel what I'm saying? So him sitting back and saying, oh, that's how you got to do it, that's a hustler.
No, but I ain't gonna just say that.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Body Armor Flash IV. It's time to reach for real hydration with Body Armor Flash IV, packed with electrolytes, zinc for added immune boost, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Flash IV provides the hydration your body needs, whether you're feeling under the weather, just had an intense workout, or recovering from a long weekend. Body Armor Flash IV helps bring you back. So you know, I just had a party, a post-parade party, Eagles party, and I was a little down, a little under the weather. Flash IV, boop, got me right back to where I needed to be. You feel me? Get yours today at Walmart or local grocery stores near you. Get your Body Armor Flash IV today at Walmart or local grocery stores near you. Body Armor Flash IV, the best way to bounce back. Get yours ASAP. Body Armor. Right.
He got a little motivation because 2 Chainz said, I ain't trying to be on the chain gang in Georgia too.
Yeah.
He said, I gotta remix this. I ain't trying to get in that chain gang.
But the whole time,
I'm going back to the studio. That's how you
but
did.
the whole time he had the studio
like,
right there.
No, I did. I made my, and then for me, everything I did early, man. My wife know I did. I had a threesome in the 7th grade.
You you a cold motherfucker.
I wanted
How the fuck he do that?
I wanted to.
He had threesome in prison.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't That nigga said in the 7th grade, man. He was a fucker,
I
man.
went to juvie 10th grade for
Chainz said,
possession of
"Fuck that."
cocaine.
He said, I'm done.
Then I got locked up again my senior in school for selling weed in school. Locked up my whole basketball thing going on. So by that time, I had already. You know how when you go to jail, I know you go to jail, you just a lot of people go to jail and find God and just really
God, look out for me,
tell
please.
God
I got this.
Listen, bro.
Everybody needs.
Hey man, you get me out this situation, cause see with me, I done messed up my whole basketball scholarship. I'm really like done threw this shit away. So really, I'm talking about I done threw my shit away. So really, I'm like, God, if you just kinda. So I've been found, the Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? I've been found, and I've been ain't. Cause a lot of the time back then I was really hustling because I'm an only child. I'm really paying bills at home. I've really been like the man of the house for a long time. And then when they say like hustling is a choice, that's what I started thinking when I was 1 foot in and 1 foot out, the rap thing. I'm rapping. I got a song called Duffy Bad Boy.
That was
But like when I leave the house, I'm dropping a couple bags off and I'm coming back and picking up. And at this time, the bag's like $9,600 for bags of weed. You know what I mean? So I'm fronting one and a nigga give me money for it. I'm coming back home getting 19, 20,000 when somebody's trying to pay me, 1,000, but I really ain't worried about it, you know what I mean? So I'm up to par with everything going on in the city, whether it's, BMF or whatever. I'm having my chain, I'm having my foreign whips and all that, but I'm playing too much. I'm not committed to this one thing, which I said one day, I told him when I went cold turkey, I said, one day my 16 gonna cost more than a brick, and one day my 16 gonna cost more than a bale of weed. I told him, you know what I'm saying? I said it. And that's what ended up, that was like my motivation, like, cause I had never, since I was a teenager, never not had made a jug or made a play or whatever. And Gillie, I served all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was my thing.
Titty Boy though, they put that
I used to
record.
serve rappers,
That wasn't
but I
Two
never
Chainz.
told him I rap. I remember the first time I told Wayne I rap. Like, I'm in the car with him, I'm like, man, I be kind of like, with the rap, right? It's like just trying to figure out I be fucking with this shit, like, nah.
But think about that. That was a long shot. Like, think about the man who's giving you some trees out of nowhere. It's like, yo, I rhyme.
Yeah, you can't get it. And I'm so cool. It's like I never could do.
He had a good vibe.
Yeah, he's him, of course.
Yeah, he
That was
so he
Chris.
had a good vibe. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't just like he was just coming.
course.
He knew how to blend.
He
He
already
knew
in
how
the
to
mix at
talk.
that point.
He knew how to chop it up.
all that shit
Some
say
motherfuckers
different.
just quiet. They come.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
He knew how
But
to.
you mess with people that you're like, I don't know how God do it, but he'll line people, because I was cool with Gillie when he was
Yeah,
around
Titter.
on Titter. Yeah, that was my nigga.
That's crazy.
It was cool with guys, and it was a group of y'all. I remember, honestly, this is so hard, bro. I'm glad you here, bro. I remember I was with y'all one day when they were shooting that video, that prison video, and y'all started like freestyling in like a cipher, right? And that's when I said, maybe I'm not a rapper.
Philly got some of the best rappers in the world.
We ain't do that in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we ain't never just be like, you know what I'm saying, right
Yeah.
here, just come on one.
Yeah.
I swear, y'all, I think we was on the bus, got out the bus stop, and I was trying to get my together in my head. Fuck that, I'm finna get in there. Let niggas know I'm about to. I said, man, get the rest. I stay out there now. But I remember that was one instance where I went back and said, I don't know if I am a rapper. I told my partner, I said, man, Shawty, just started
Busting.
it like how you, a cipher, had a cipher.
You ever seen Vodka before?
Who?
Vodka was
Vodka.
crazy.
Yeah. From Philly.
Philly got just animals. Everybody. In any block, you find somebody
Yeah,
that's like
so
amazing.
I remember, I do remember that. Going back home, like, man, I don't know. I mean, I got these songs on this hard drive. Just broke out and started
That's
clash.
Crazy
Now-
story.
now-
Damn.
Now, when y'all put this project together, how was it like, the song structure? Like, it'd be like, man, we got the beat, I'm gonna send it back to you, Larry, you send it to me. How was that? How was the process of it? Outside of the 5 songs you already did, already had up, like, when y'all realized we putting this project together, how was y'all doing the songs? Was like, I'm gonna start this joint off, send it to you. You start it off, send it to me.
Yeah, I started off some of them, he started off some of them. So it was kind of like equal thing, but he had more records than me. Cause I was working on my last album the same time I was doing this one, so it was kind of hard for me to do both at the same time. He started off a few of them and I did, and it just kind of came together. Then we, at the end, we did a whole session together, and we took it out, did a couple in person, and did this and that, you know what I mean, and just made it come together.
I realized, like, and I see this with you, Larry, it's like you're never not recording.
Nah.
Like, what is it about artists? Like, it seems like the ones that got the longest stay, it's like they record, it's like every time I'm calling you recording.
Yeah.
You got the studio in a hotel with you, taking it overseas, you got it in the book bag. Like,
yeah.
How is it, like, how do you stay fresh and keep just the fresh topics coming?
Man, I just got on that. Like probably like 6 months ago, like recording 24/7. Usually I was doing it for 3 hours a day, take my son to school, woo. But now I'm kind of like, I'm thinking how you think, like, this the trap. We need to be in here making it all the time. So you never know when I'm in there now, but the idea is just off, just the lifestyle. What we do on a daily basis. I might learn something about some architecture or a bike or anything that I'm just on. I just, get in there and talk about it. I don't think too much about it. And that's why, for me, it wasn't a competition. It was just like, I'm gonna get on this song, I'm just gonna do me, he gonna do him, it's gonna come together, and the styles go combine, you know what I mean?
But I know, nigga, you was like, you was putting a little extras.
No, because I go off of him, so I had to vibe off him. Because usually I would have came off probably smoother on some songs.
Yeah.
But he come off on a whole different angle, and I can't come on there. I come through, get a new. I had to switch it up.
Yeah.
So like he was putting me in different elements, and I thank him for that because it was putting me in a different world where I had to like, all right, let me sit back and how can I'm rapping backwards on Colossal. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hearing this like, damn, I would have never came off like that. But I come off how he did, and I sent one and he'd come off how I did. So it was like. It was hand in hand. This shit worked real good, and I'm hella happy with this project for sure.
To see the success, I want to know because so many people is a little lost, especially artists these days. You got so many people telling people, "Oh, go independent. Oh, you don't need this." But then you see people like Chainz, who was able to, because I believe it's all about negotiation.
Yeah, yeah.
That's me. You know what I mean. Yeah. So what is y'all outlook on independent and major?
Well, this is my first project independent, and over 10 years I've been with Def Jam. Recently, my obligation with Def Jam my obligation with Def Jam. I originally only signed a 4-album deal. I had so much leverage. When I went to Def Jam, I signed a 4-album deal, no 360. So I had been done my 4 albums. So after that, I started taking on this LeBron thing of. I signed every album or for 2 albums, you know what I'm saying? So I started like really thinking like KD or LeBron would. Like, I give you one more album. Then especially when the pandemic came, I was like, for sure, you know what I mean? I need this bag.
Yeah.
But, I built a lot of relationships along the way. Like even something like this, one phone call, I could call either one of y'all and get this done. You know what I mean? And so I think it was, and then they're independent. Me looking at my peers that are, because I'm very knowledgeable of like.
This episode of Me and I's Worth of Game is brought to you by DraftKings. Hey basketball fans, are you ready to win real money? Check out our Pick 6 from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 dunks on its rivals, including prize picks. When you hit all your picks, you slam home higher minimum payouts on Pick 6 than flex plays on prize picks. And best of all, you win even more cash if you posterize the competition. Track your picks for a huge shot at cash prizes. They're all there. It is to it. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. Don't settle for smaller payouts. Switch to Pick 6 and cash in your basketball knowledge. New players get 50 in Pick 6 credits instantly on just $5 entry. The fun of basketball season continues with the most fun way to play fantasy sports. Pick 6 from DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app, Pick 6 now, and use code Gillie. You hear me? That's code Gillie for new customers that play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins. Only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Put it on. Wear it right.
who with who too. I'm be looking around, and I'm saying like this. You know, I went to a Rod Wave concert, man. It blew me away. You know what I'm saying? It just really blew me away. But it just be about, like you said, the business, the infrastructure, and you know what I mean. So I felt like independent wouldn't be bad for a person like me, because I've satisfied all my obligation. I'm not in the red or anything. And if I wanted to, I feel like I still could get a major deal. But you know what I'm saying? I'm in my 40s, man. Life is beautiful. You
Life
know what I'm
is
saying?
definitely
And so,
beautiful, for real.
you know, I still want some money on though. Like somebody still need to come with something.
Yeah.
But
All
if you don't
those
come
need
with
some money.
nothing, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, we ain't tripping.
Cause I'm hard. Like I know I'm hard. So it's
Yeah.
like, man, I can do this. I can do this magic trick again. I done did 100 times. Change my name. Boom. I come with this style. Boom. No, I ain't even say 2 Chainz on the last album. Period. It's not even boom. It's like boom. I'm the reinvention king.
So who? What's the new?
Bantonio.
Bantonio.
Tony, man.
Yeah, Bantonio.
Sound like the plug.
Yeah, man. Don't even sound like the plug. I am the plug.
Yeah.
I am the plug.
There's good and bad
I
sides
ain't
to
even catch
major,
that.
to the major
Tony,
scene.
man.
Tony.
I think there's good and
Bantonio.
bad parts to being like a major versus indie thing. Cause like we've all been in some major situation at some point. I can say about all of us, and I feel like you benefit from the machinery.
Yes,
When that big wheel
absolutely.
turns,
You
benefit.
benefit.
And the thing
Yeah,
is, if you can make it through that cycle and still be alive, and then get to the indie space,
You
you won the race. But I'll tell you now, like from doing both, I would never mess with a major again because indie, like I don't even feel like I'm in the music industry.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
God,
yeah,
like I don't do
whatever.
any of the
Yeah.
stuff. Man, we used to do the radio promo, press
yeah.
this. Oh, I sell vinyl. I got a direct to customer situation. I sell my merch, my physical. I don't waste no money, cut no corners. We deal straight to the artists. We tour. It's great now.
And then
I'm
it's
like, this is
crazy.
the best time ever.
And it's great for you.
And-
The world know you.
Yeah, Larry on the same
Like,
wave,
well,
so-
your track is already booming, outstandingly. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you ain't gotta worry
we was
about
in the
shit.
studio around Christmas or something. Boys was like, "Let's drop this next month." I said, "Next month? Y'all ain't got to call nobody."
No,
The
you
boys
just
said,
put that
"Let's
shit
drop
out.
this." What do you think we're gonna drop? I'm like, "Shh."
I dropped a random song while I was in the studio. Just put that shit out on
Yeah, I
YouTube.
saw that.
Like, fuck
It feels good to control your career that
Yes.
way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's a blessing to be able to do that. Like after all them years going through these companies and managements and people trying to like kind of like take your vision and like interpret it via a video or music. It's never exactly what you want. We do everything we want. With this project, I can really say between us, we picked the beats, we decided the sequence, we picked the records, we did it from A to Z on a group text. And then of course, Larry's team is immaculate. He's got a crazy squad. Like so everybody, the forces came together in the end, but to make the record, we cut all the
It wasn't a
bullshit out
bunch
from
of
back in
beats
the
either.
day.
Like Al sent one beat, but we say let it go.
We gotta do every beat he's saying.
Every beat he's saying, it's like he knew.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even question it.
Why for you, Al? Why is life beautiful?
I mean, look at the situation that we have, you know, like all of us being at this point in our careers and be able to be blessed to make art. It's I used to do when I was 15. I'm 48. Like I'm dead, been doing the same shit for this many years. And then it's like when you got your head down and you just muscling through like in the line and you don't look up, you achieve a lot. And then when you finally look up, you're like, damn, I did a lot.
Yeah.
But he
All right,
did
let's
that.
go back down again. You know what I'm saying? Because I rarely even get to, like this may sound crazy. You know, the realest the Mobb Deep joint, I probably heard it for the first time a couple years ago, like actually heard it. Because you know when you make your own music, you're in a way,
I've
you know,
done that before.
and you'll hear your song one day, something you produce and be like, oh, that was dope. Okay, I see why people like it, but I swear to God, when you're in it like that, because for me, it comes in waves, like creativity. So it's like, if I'm like making some beats, I want to make another. I might spend a week because I'm in a wave right now, and then
And you
we
can
go
feel
on
it.
tour, we do a show, something happened with the family, you come back, the wave is over.
Yeah, but you can feel
You know
that
what I'm
wave though.
saying?
You can't go home when you're on that wave.
And you gotta stay in
I
it,
done did
like a
that. I've
surfer.
done that a couple nights,
In the
6,
tube,
7
you know what I'm
joints.
saying? I know you.
Just be feeling it, like boy, I can't go no, and still be saying I could.
We got a
do
couple
some
more.
more shit. Yeah, man.
Straight up.
So I know what you're saying. Yeah, I mean it's a lifestyle, man. You know,
Blessing.
it's just a lifestyle, man. Like I said, it's not it's a job, but man, it's the best job in the world.
Y'all gonna take this shit on tour?
If you still get ideas. Oh yeah, we got to go on tour because I feel like us three can do something domestically and internationally.
For sure.
Yes.
Just because of the cult following that we each have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because it's gonna be somebody that's gonna be like, because I've seen it, obviously they like who love Alchemist that hate boy. There's gonna be somebody that vice versa.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
by us cross-pollinating our flavor, I feel like it's just gonna be a overpouring of just.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all go up there for about 2 hours.
Yeah,
He do him a
got
set.
his, I
You
got
do
mine.
you a
We
set.
do our
Y'all do a
merch.
set together.
The vinyl, the
The whole thing. So I do feel like it's a good money play too, but it's just good for the culture, man. You know, like this, is, like I say, it's an early contender for album of the year. Like this is one of those things where I'm really like you. I don't listen to my stuff a lot. You know what I'm saying? And this album, I literally be listening to it all the time because I be going on to the next thing. I don't like to get stuck, but
Yeah.
I'll hear a song I did 10 years ago and be on some shrooms and hear a sound I ain't never heard before. I've been in the club like, what? That's been there? So but this album, man, it got so much replay value, dog. I just played it. I play it every single day.
Hold on, man. Tell me about these shrooms, man, cause I never took them. And
Your silly ass don't need them. I seen
Tyson
you
was
on the
trying to get
Hennessy.
me to
Tyson
take
called him
them.
a pussy because he was like, Tyson had
Tyson
those brownie
shrooms,
Jones.
Tyson get high.
He
don't need no shrooms.
Take this, Gil.
No, he don't need shrooms.
Gil was scared to death.
You got a micro. You can't take with Tyson because he on microdose. He go there.
But
He
see-
do toad. He do everything.
Yeah, told, yeah.
See, let me just tell you
I
something.
remember that. Yeah,
I was at a table, right? And we had went out to dinner with a rapper, my homie. He was 15 there, right? And all of them was explaining what mushrooms do to you, and none of them said the same.
Hey, scared out of Gil.
Motherfucker talk about, no, cause see, it activate the side of your brain that ain't supposed to be open. So you like always happy, you can't be sad. I'm like, why would I want the other side of my brain open?
None of shit. It's like you get a computer in front of your face and you see everything. I'm like,
Nah, it's a sensory thing, I think.
was saying, and then they all said, no, but we just microdose. And I'm like, you just ate 6 Snicker bars while we were sitting. Microdose.
I've been on shrooms for a while now, and I just
But what it do?
for
Make you hallucinate.
no, that's if you take a lot of.
Yeah, I
hallucinate
mean,
every day. No, I microdose, and for me, it's a sensory thing. For me, I don't know. It just it does open up little portals of whether it's
like
sight,
Limitless, the
hear,
movie.
and smell. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's
Like a mushroom open up the matrix in your biscuit.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Really?
shit
Me,
changed.
man. I don't know. I really do shrooms probably every day.
But that's why I can't take him. Because nobody can tell me
Because
what it do.
it's unexplainable,
you
but
gotta
ain't
have your
nobody
own
tell you it
experience.
was nothing bad though. Ain't nobody said nothing.
I never seen nobody trip out and run into
You
a
know
car
what I'm
and that
saying?
shit.
If you take like microdose, first of all, the side effect that I used to have, if me and my wife used to take shrooms, the side effect the next day would be our jaws would be hurt from laughing so much. Like we laugh that much, we'll laugh that much the night
y'all
before, then
was
we'll wake
tripping.
up and be like, bro, we had a good time. So that's what made, you know what I'm saying, like taking it with my old lady and stuff like that started being the vibe. You dig what I'm saying? And you just, you know what I'm saying? So for the microdose part, that's all the giggles, that's all the that you normally do anyway. So it just amplified man, that's funny as shit. And it just, you know what I'm saying? It just puts you down, man. It just really puts you down. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Rocket Money. The start of the new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. For me, a top priority is my financial wellness, which feels more important than ever. Rocket Money is a personal financial app that helps you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and help lower your bills so you can grow your savings. See all the subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For ones you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and have saved total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year using all the app premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/dollars today. That's rocketmoney.com/dollars. rocketmoney.com/dollars. Rocket Money, the best way to cancel unwanted subscriptions. Right?
I take them on a Reggie.
I did a microdose.
Yeah, you take a little bit.
Hey,
I gave some of my
It's like if you say you a microdose. It's like you a junkie or something. Microdose.
He got the
every nigga I know that takes shrooms.
He got the Tron. He got the Tron.
Microdose.
He got his own. He got his
You
own.
got your own
one. Yeah, I popped in the studio. That shit was doing digits.
So I was trying to explain. I was trying to explain to him. I got a bar in the room for you. So I was trying to explain to him that about the shrooms, that when I redid the packaging, I added an important ingredient to the packaging. And the ingredient was, this got to have freak in it, right? Because I had done took some of that shit, and that shit had me, goddamn. You feel what I'm saying? So.
Oh, I ain't get that.
Yeah, you take 2 or 3 of them.
This nigga put some little.
You get to being on some goddamn. You dig what I'm saying?
He-Man,
some good. You dig what
I'm talking about? A tiny piece.
Real sniper shit, like real, just like laying in the cut. Like, man, so, and then I had experiences of, like, people were taking the shrooms and then they would send me a text and I would just screenshot it. I actually was gonna use it for, like, when I really put the bar out for, like, some type of marketing, because my one, he hit me, say, man, I done tied a bitch up with this boom.
Oh my God.
Then another incident was a homegirl of mine who is like, let me see how I can explain this. A homegirl of mine who is a lesbian, like a clear lesbian, you know what I'm saying? Like clear lesbian. She got a like a homeboy hanging out, and he like, you know what I'm saying, he want the shrooms, so I give him some gummies, but he telling me, I'm telling him, like, with the chocolates I gave him, I only take them on the weekends. Like, that's really, because they really got some type of in it, right? I tell him, he want them bad. Like, yeah, I want them bad.
He didn't tell us.
I get that nigga that chocolate. Man, no shit, man. Shorty told me home, tried her. Like, got to the crib down there, took his off some light. What's happening, man? You a girl. You a girl still. like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, it took me an instant, but this shit got people freak doing some freak shit.
Don't get him none.
Going freak.
That text come through.
So I take
Just tied me up.
Just tied this here.
Only Saturday and Sunday.
Man, so anyway, man, you know I got a club. I be up late.
Yeah,
I say this got freak. Yeah, that shit got
Up in the
freaky.
tub.
You know, you did take that shit back though. You took it back.
It was on the thing. You came in the room, you saw that, you didn't want no more of that.
I think microdosing works, man.
I got you.
Look, it was hallucinating.
I don't think so. How you gonna know?
He just told on himself.
No, I used to take.
What they do to you? You start hallucinating.
Because I used to take mushrooms as a
Everybody
kid,
else
like
like
mushrooms.
real mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms.
So I grind them
you
up and put them in the
hallucinate.
capsule. And they so nasty,
I say like this, I would never
mine.
take them and be like in public. Is that type of power?
No, you
it
should
will
never
have you
take
dancing.
10 of them.
It would have you doing
Actual
something
mushroom.
like.
He ain't the real mushroom. Like you in a restaurant.
Hey, so look, I put one of my homeboys
Oh, yeah,
on the
that's
shrooms.
The whole shroom.
That nigga just started dancing.
We used to call them
Start
umbrellas.
Yeah, just dancing. So yeah, it's different.
Who started dancing?
One of my homeboys, we was taking a picture like for my birthday. I put him on the shrooms and nigga with the taking the picture. He looked in the lens. Look at that motherfucker doing all type of little shit. So, and he's so cool.
She turned into Chris Brown.
Nigga say, boy, you say, man, I fuck with that no more, man. Stop, boy. Every night, boy. Let me get one of them.
I'm a pop one. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna make sure I'm at the crib.
He probably got a shroom on.
Lock you in the house, man.
Probably do.
I'm gonna lock you in the studio, man. I don't want you getting crazy.
No,
That
I'm
nigga
gonna be at
start,
home.
man.
I'm not gonna be at the studio. Fucking
you
dancing for no reason.
She gonna be like, you dancing naked.
Well, you FaceTime. Tell
First thing he gonna do is put
Room dancing?
from that nigga be in the bed and baby,
yeah.
tell him,
Say some guys like this.
baby, tell him.
He like Gillie beat the up. He must have got that shroom from Tony.
I feel like weed more powerful than that shit though.
Weed?
No, I ain't even doing nothing to even judge.
Oh, nigga, I got some mule kid. This should have put you down, baby.
You know what's crazy though? I gotta salute Chainz, Larry.
Tony, man.
Yeah,
What was the first
Van
one?
Antonio.
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 Ban. I gotta ban and Larry because y'all make fatherhood so cool. The way y'all be with y'all sons, man. I'll be like, look at this. They just vibing. You always like, you know, the time that y'all spend is crazy. Yeah. We never got a chance to really see that in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We seen it in the shows, but to see it in real life, like you got Haley, you giving him game, taking him to the He play ball and all that. I'm gonna cook him though if I see him. I cook young kids. You know what I mean? But like just seeing it, like even just seeing you there on the podcast with him, just kicking it with him, seeing him, I'm like,
Yeah.
we never seen this growing up.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. That's like so thorough and so cool to be putting out there to people, like seeing you, Larry, taking your son to Tokyo and go all these places. Like we couldn't do that as kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like we couldn't think about it. None of us could really like go around the world with our dad.
Right.
I mean, some of us
The
ain't
only
even
trips we took was to Atlantic City.
or go to the jail to see him.
Man, I'm still, my daddy's dead and gone. I'm still like, so Jordan came to Atlanta and you didn't want to take me to the, because I take my son to go see every superstar.
Yeah.
So I'm really like, we had Dominique Wilkins, but I'm really
Yeah,
like,
Don was a motherfucker.
I'm looking at clips like, Jordan used to come in, who ain't nobody thought about taking me to the game. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
But I don't know, I think fatherhood is fun.
Me too.
Like they done had real meetings about me posting my family. They done wiped my whole. I had to wipe my whole I done messed up my algorithm or something. Really, Candyland messed up my algorithm. But I just got a beautiful family, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They smart, and I just be like wanting to show the growth, especially like with my son. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just important to have that.
I mean, that's what mean the most to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Out of everything.
For real.
You know what I mean? You gotta understand, right? The ups and downs you and your wife been through. You know what I mean? With being in a relationship for a long time, man, you go through a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
A lot of ups and downs, a lot of disagreements, arguments, good times, bad times. That's what make it so solid.
Yeah.
Is that through all of that, we still together. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what you love the most at this point. When you were young, you don't really. You in a relationship and all that, but you don't really appreciate it as much because you in your glory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You run around shows every motherfucking day. You trying to get it. You chasing the bag. You're chasing the bag for them though. So you miss out on a lot of shit. So now when you finally get the bag, you can relax. You get to take a breath. You understand what's most important. Man.
For real.
I see a lot of young guys though more in love than we were when we were.
Absolutely.
But they'll crash out too by
Yeah,
it.
No, they
absolutely.
didn't.
But these young dudes, when they get their girlfriend, don't be trying to DM them boys.
No.
You don't play with them folks.
Oh, they
You
different.
know what I mean? These young kids are really committed. Not kids, but the younger generation of rappers, they committed to their relationship.
It was like when we was young, it wasn't the thing to be like, I got a girl.
Yeah.
Motherfucking record labels tried to hide it. Like,
Yeah.
they'd be like, no, don't say you got no girl because we want all the girls on you. Like, that made girls not like you because they, like, now it's like, no, say you in love. Matter of fact, say you in love with her. She popping too. Hurry up, get over it.
That's why I like go over there and get her, man. Take a picture. Come out the hotel in New York to get ready for Fashion Week.
Oh God.
Come out the hotel, please.
Hey, we got TMZ out there right now. Hey, walk out right now.
TMZ out there
Motherfucking
right
label
now.
calling TNT.
Act like you don't know they was out there.
Yeah,
What y'all doing?
Yeah, act like y'all.
Man, I'm so late to that. Man, I'm kind of. When I'm listening, I might be a little, I'm not naive, but golly, man, I ain't gonna lie. I go out to, I'm in LA, this is a few years ago, and I see Jake Paul at the Lakers game. He said, "Brother, let's go out to eat." I said, "Brother, let's go out to eat." Man, we go out to eat. All these cameras jump out. I said, man, how the hell they knew we were coming here? Like, man, you know how the hell they knew we was coming here? So I'm like, damn, my moments just be.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, life ain't going your way. Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka. You caught your wife cheating today? Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka. Oh, the Eagles beat the Commanders today. Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka is the official vodka of Barstool Sports. It's filtered 5 times. No, it's distilled 5 times. It's filtered 3 times for a clean, crisp finish. You could drink it straight up. You could drink it on the rocks, juice, soda, or you can make a classic New Amsterdam Mule. But when you out and about at your local liquor store, you know what you do? You get you some New Amsterdam vodka, you hear me? And you take it to the crib. Shout out to my wife. They be cocktailing it up at the house, doing their thing. I call her the New Amsterdam Queen. Toot, what's up, baby? But shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka, the official vodka of Barstool Sports. And simply the best vodka on the market. Right.
you know, organic, but you can set up your moments, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that
Hey,
makes
you
sense.
can
pay for that.
Even
I
with
didn't know that.
the cheating that's been going on in music, that's what I like to call it, the buying and cheating, the streaming, all that stuff there, you will be like, if you ain't a part of it, you will feel some kind of way, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, I just know what I'm doing is just very pure. Whether it's, you know, working on a number scale or not, I just know I know it's very pure. I don't have like somebody running a machine for me and all this stuff. Like I'm finding out that people been doing this. Like some of the people that I love, and I'm just, I don't know. I guess I'll be in my own bubble.
No, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I'm in New York City. This is about 2021. So I knew this dude, right? I met him through some folks. She's like, wow, you gonna be in New York? Yeah, this and that third. I said, yeah, I'll be up there, man. He's digital marketer boy, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'll come up there and kick it with you this and that third. Because this whole thing was like, yo, man, I wanna run some ad. I want you to do some commercials for me. I said, all right, man. He was talking a nice bag. Take me to, I'm in New York City, not gonna say where. Take me to this building. So I go in this building. When they opened the door, it was like a warehouse feel.
You and a naughty.
No,
You ain't
it
tell me
wasn't
about
that
this
type of,
meeting.
it ain't that
Yes,
type
you
of
did.
meeting, cuz, damn. That would have been in Hollywood, man, chill. I ain't tell you like that. So I go in the building, right? We go open the door. He's like, yeah, the warehouse. We go in the warehouse, right? Bro. Bro. It had to be 100,000 phones in that man.
Oh, a farm, what they call it?
It was 100,000 phones in that. He's like, yeah, that's my market, is underground. I'm like, listen, man, I gotta go, man. I don't know if they coming. I don't know if the people, because I never seen them like this. I never seen them like that.
In New
Listen,
York?
I never, listen, in New York,
Damn.
I never seen them like this, right?
That's what they on now.
It was like, listen, bro, it was like 100,000 phones, man. And I'm like, because I was trying to wonder.
Well, there was no kids.
No, Androids.
No, they gotta have that.
They're like all Androids though, but I'm like, what the fuck are the Androids for? Like, I don't know what programmers, I just seen it on all screens. I said, oh, this shit hot, I gotta get up out of the people coming. You see what I'm saying? No, because it seemed that, it was like, I never seen shit like this in my life.
And if you got there in 2021, it was going on before then.
2021, bro.
It was going on before then. And here we are.
Imagine what they doing
Each
now.
phone, different account, so it's different register. Got people on repeat and all
Got
that.
people on repeat.
All that. I'm like, I'm out of here. So but you know what you know what? I'm like, I didn't believe it at first, right? Even though I've seen it, but I'm looking at it as like, oh, he doing that for little dudes. I didn't know he was doing it for big people too, because now the pay for play, is exposing a lot of artists now.
Damn.
Because you see how strong they're not. You see it from show art to,
Right.
it's just, because you can put the fluff on it on the YouTube. People putting fluff. You put a lot of fluff on the numbers, the Instagram. It was a lot of fluff. So now you seeing that people really ain't had no real fan bases.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the piper at some point. When
Like,
you do that
damn.
show, that's when it happens. Because you know your numbers say, tell the promoter, look, I got 10 zillion followers and views. Cool. They book you
No,
according to
monthly
that.
listeners don't add to hard ticket sales.
No, you can get booked, you can fool a promoter, but then when it's showtime, that's just gonna be 20% packed. In that
But I'm talking
arena.
about, see, you said something very important. Promoter and hard tickets is two different things.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
but
See.
the artist could get booked.
Yeah.
So
You
they
can
be
get booked, you
fooled.
bookable.
And that's when the pants get pulled down when they do the show. It's like, oh, you don't really have fans. It's a room with 10,000 cell phones.
No,
That's when that
100,000 it looked like. It wasn't no 10. But what I'm saying is like, so now, I never thought you could buy it. I ain't knocking nobody that bought their
I
way
ain't
into
knocking
the shit.
nobody
You
either.
gotta do your thing.
I just think if this been going on since 2021, as soon as I say, man, you know what, let me try this game. They gonna bust that house. You know what I'm saying?
Chainz all over the
But
joint.
bro, I just got anything, bro. You know how it is, man. You didn't come to the trap too late.
But I just think nothing beats when an artist super serve and over deliver to their fans consistently. Because one thing about this, out here now, if you're not super serving your fan base and taking care of your fan base and having a relationship with your fan base, they're gonna move. I'm talking about, like, they're definitely gonna budge, because it's like the attention span is so short. You know what I mean? And I know that, especially if you ain't got a different, I remember talking to my niece one time, and she was like 13 at the time. So she get in the car, every time she get in the car, she play artists. I said, play what's, oh no, he cold, I don't listen to that no more. I'm like, you just was in the car 2 weeks ago, man.
A lot of options.
So, but not just that, and this was so hard for artists, It's an unloyal fan base out there that only love right now. That's why it looks so good when you go to the person's show and you see that they're fan bases. I go to Larry's show, boy had a gallon of orange juice and they're drinking orange juice. I'm like,
no, he got a real.
and they buying merch.
But he turned the faucet on and been running it for 7 years. You got to turn
But
that
you don't
faucet
stop.
on and don't turn.
You can't stop.
Once you do, they'll take a weaker version of you because they're out there. Because they'll be like, shit, you ain't showing up? We'll take the carbon copy that's coming through and doing more work than you. Because it's not about who's better. It's about who works harder.
Thank you.
Everybody's
And
talented.
then I think fans are, excuse me for they not, but coming from a hustler background, they remind me of what a Jay or like a Fiend, right? They want the good product. They're not really loyal to you. So once you stop hustling your product, they'll get it from your friend.
Purple
or
bag, green
from
bag.
somebody else, right? So it's not like you got a loyal fan base once you're a hustler. Like them folks, man, them folks used to text us all at once and we just all run to the same. So it's just like fans are the same. They like good product and they like it consistently. So they will rock with you, but they don't mind switching to another drug that they, are addicted to, or another artist that they can become addicted to.
And I believe the sound audiences. I went to a West Side Gun show one time, right? Sony Music Hall, right? And I'm just watching from the stage and I'm like, damn, there's a whole audience of people that was abandoned because no music was coming out that's to their liking. And speak like when you think about if you think about Wu-Tang, you think about this is what we gotta understand in the rap culture. Our fans is still alive. I don't care if you was putting music out in the early 2000s or whenever. The fan base is still alive. Because when I'm sitting there, I'm like, hold up. I'm looking in the crowd, I'm like, you got dudes in here that's plumbers, police officers, teachers, professors. Because after the show, Westside doing a meet and greet, I'm dapping people up, saying, damn, no, I work at the school. And I'm just like, yo, people really be out here abandoning fans that's looking for a certain sound. That's why I say it's sound audiences. It's not just about, you're young. No, you got people that's tapped into certain sounds.
Sure. That's real.
And you be like even with Mook. I'm in the car with Mook. Mook said, give me the John. He started playing. I'm like, yo, what the? No, my dad used to listen to this shit, man. So it's deep, and you don't know. And it ain't also about age. It's a sound audience. And I think people don't know how to say, this is my sound. I'm staying in this pocket. My fan base is going to be there and it's going to build. You
got to be stubborn.
Yeah.
You got to be stubborn and dedicated to what you're doing, not be like jumping out the boat every time a new style comes because you'll get washed up. It's like fashion. Like you could try on different things, but something comes out, you're like, I can't rock that. That's just too crazy for me, you know what I'm saying? And you got to decide what your fashion fit for you because I had to update over the years. Like my style is like the same, but I've definitely updated.
You still using the same equipment?
Pretty much.
From back in the day?
For sure, yeah, 2500. I used to use ASR, now I'm on the MPC, but it's like, yo, I still do my same style, but I listen to all the new shit. I'm not a keep it real, hip hop, boom bap. I like everything.
Me too.
I don't, so I let it all influence me because I don't ever want to be the old guy that's like, I don't like that new shit. And I also don't want to be the old guy that's like, oh, this is fire. And you like, he's bugging, he's just trying to fit in. He don't even like this. I got some stuff I like, some I don't, but I'm not on that.
I listen to everything. I have to listen to everything, especially all the hot new young guys.
Yeah.
A lot of them either coming to the club, coming to Candyland, or their music is playing in there. And so I just had one of my guys, and it was actually my homeboy Bangladesh, who
producer?
Yeah, the producer.
Producer,
he was in Candyland with me, and every 2 songs he'd be like, now who is this? Did I see him on YouTube? He'd be like, this it right here? I mean, I swear he probably done it about 4 times to me. Okay. Now who is this? I'd be like, boom. But I remember, not being that disconnected, but I mean, so much music comes out so fast, and then sometimes they may kind of feel like they sound the same a little bit, or the tone of an artist or something, so you might think it's this person. No, this is this person. So, yeah, but I think it's cool to be cognitive of the music that's coming out. I like what you said about having your own sound audience. I never really ever looked at it like that.
Yes, it is, bro. It's people that like certain production. Like he have a sound audience.
He do. For sure. I ain't never think about it.
He have a sound audience. It's like your catalog of music is a sound audience because what happened is, it's like, okay, if you go right now, an Aerosmith concert, there's a sound audience from a certain type of music, from a certain era, or just for a
Right.
certain sound. Even if a young person come and emulate that sound, right now is an audience that love that type of music that's gonna navigate to that.
So let me ask you this: if you so based on sound audience, right? If I have a sound audience, will it go wherever I take it, or do I have to stay in what they know as the?
No, you don't. I don't think you had to stay in the sound because it's always it always like new stuff. It's always up to upgrade. You can always remodel. You can always renovate
But
your
I could
sound.
jump. There's a way I could jump out the window. and
But
lose
it's
it
just
too,
like
right?
artists too, though. You go wherever's hot.
But the problem
Or
is,
if an artist ain't popping in Dubuque, Iowa, I'm not stopping in Dubuque, Iowa.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. We can see where I'm popping at. Okay, so when we lining this tour up, okay,
Key
I'm
markets.
in Toronto, I'm in New York, I'm in Philly, I'm in DC, I'm in Virginia. My not really bumping in North Carolina like
No
that.
reason
Okay,
to
we
go
going
there.
to Atlanta. Okay, we going to Miami. That's how you set the tours
Same
up
shit with the
based on
music.
where you popping at. Based on what. So if you like, I don't really pop out in Vegas like that for some reason.
Yeah.
Why we putting me on the tour out there? You feel what I'm saying? We gonna go where we accept it, where we want it, where the money is at, where the revenue
And we
is
do
at.
that with the music,
and
too.
also,
You're right.
where I can make sure that he getting all his money back.
because listen, let me tell
Because
you
guess what
something.
he gonna do? Book me again.
That's important.
And book me again.
You gotta think
And
about this.
How many times the same promoter done booked you over 7-8 years?
Over 10.
And one thing I learned, this is one thing artists gotta understand, especially your established one like y'all. We live in a time where it's though, old is new. If I never heard it before, it's new to me. Let me just show you something. Oh, yo, look at that. Take that across. Look at who he beating in Philly. That's Philly top. No, look at the top song.
Oh, that's crazy.
Look at who he beating in Philly. That's the #1 song in Philly right now on Apple.
Wow. Oh,
Because of Gil. But think about that. Look at what song
Oh,
he
that
beat.
you? Oh, that's hard.
Kendrick just performed at the Super Bowl.
It's
He
brand
beat
new
Kendrick.
now.
He
For a bunch of young kids.
He
I
beating
always say
Kendrick.
that. It's re-rock it. It's
I
brand
wanted
new.
to ask you why the hell you played with. I didn't want to. I want to ask you that. Like, what the hell does this have to do with Philly?
And don't, but it's just,
just feel like
it's just the feeling of it.
The feeling of that
And
song.
Blow the Whistle is like a sports song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow the whistle.
That was jail.
You know, it be
That's
like,
my
yeah,
shit.
yeah. No.
You
I
gotta
get
think
it.
about that though.
Good job, too.
I swear I wanted. That's the other thing I wanted. What the hell does this man keep
That's
playing?
the
thing. He was
green
golden
ass
whistle.
fuck.
Yes, Eagles gave
Yeah,
him
they
golden
gave
whistle.
golden whistle
But what
too.
I'm saying is, we gotta stop looking at music. Like, see, this is what it is about your authenticity to you production, being a producer.
Yeah.
Like an orchestrator. I call producers orchestrator because you get in there and you dictate the traffic. But you gotta understand this. Ow. They believe in you, and you're not going to go too far out of pocket because that's not who you are. You're not chasing the moment.
I could have ended that.
You after a legacy. You're not going to do no dumb shit because your whole thing is like, this has been good
I
to
love
me.
this shit.
You're not going to bandage your sound. So when I say you got a sound audience, it's like, and you understand, kids are growing up off your sound in the house right now, and if they dad playing your vinyl. So they're going to go to college, and they're going to be hip. They're going to be into it. So you're going to be here for a minute.
I just wonder how far I could push it because sometimes I'd be like, damn, sometimes as an artist you feel like, I know what I could do and I've been doing it good. It's been 10 plus years of projects, Freddie Gibbs album, Bodie James album, Rock Marcy, this album, and I'm like, am I doing the same shit over and over? As an artist, you always gonna feel that way at some point because I wanna be able to push the boundaries still so you never get too stale. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't, but I feel like that's a challenge I put on in front of me every time because I'm like, I wanna last, but I don't wanna, like you said, I don't wanna go too far and jump out a window. I'll never do that because I really love, like I think of discography a lot. Like I want my to look when you look back and have no gaps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I used to sample the stylistics and it'd be like, oh, I first discovered them 72, 73. Oh, all these samples was crazy. Then they disappeared for like 4 years, 78 and popped back up. And it was produced by Hugo and Luigi. And it was disco and it was like, the sound had changed and it was whack. And I always thought about that. Like what happened in them 4 years?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have no gaps like that. That's why every year I try to be a dog and like, you know.
I just
like,
think, and I think is what's the name? When I seen something, I seen something happen when I came home, right? And I don't think a lot of people seen it. And I was telling dudes like, damn, I talk to a lot of artists on the side and I'd be like, yo, do this or try to make this move. I seen when I came home that these artists was grabbing the producer, Metro and 21, and tucking in and doing projects. So like you say, go ahead and say, you might say after this, Chainz, let's do an EP. Let's tuck in. Or what's the name? Or somebody we least expected. Yeah. Let's do an EP, because you might look at they shit and say, no, this is the direction, here go the sound. Because, like, when I always look at it, me and Gil, I used to see Gil in the studio, we in the joint, we doing our thing. The producer really produced. They had a vision of what was going on. They made the songs and they said, here it is. This is how the movie look.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what I mean? Because the what's the name, if Chainz going, when he go into the booth, he nailed Denzel. You Scorsese's, because you playing like, and it got to be a communication that goes on, and it got to be just like go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might go and get somebody to hold direction. Or if you and Chainz will do it, I'll be like, we gonna do this out, we gonna go grab so-and-so, and we gonna, or Lou and Larry, we gonna grab so-and-so, and this is the direction. So I just think you already in a hall, and you're gonna continue to go up, but you gotta study Quincy Jones. Look all the different places he went.
Yeah, sure. I want to be versatile. I don't want to get stuck. But look, this was a big step working with Bantonio.
Yeah, Bantonio.
Because me and Larry, you know what we do. We've already got a good rapport where we like, Great Escape was a big step for me, because that album, that was probably my best rollout campaign I've ever done in my career. Like, I was really excited about that project.
Yeah, me too.
Even just like, this is a big step, because they say like a Southern artist maybe doesn't work with a producer like me sometimes, or even lock in on the whole project. Like he got something cooking with Static. They've been working for a while on, you know what I'm saying? So like, these are all opportunities that I feel blessed to have, you know what I'm saying? Like this album, I knew when we were cooking it, I was hitting them like, yo, we got something special, because we were gonna just do an EP. At first it was like, let's do a 5-pack, but then they was coming together so crazy that it was like, we have to, you know what I mean? So I'm just glad we got to this
I think
point.
as long as you're staying like loyal to your sound too, you can go up and go do some right. You gotta always come back to your class and like the people, what they came for and what they love. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like you can go switch it up, have fun. It's like a sport. Sure. Go hit this, boom, boom, boom. But I'm coming back to the trap. And I'm gonna service my trap. You know what I'm saying? With that classic sound, you gotta always be able to come back to that. You know what I mean? And then go do all that. Go do a rock song. Go hop on this. As long as you come back and to this and like, they still doing that. Woo.
As long as you
I
give
think
us
a lot
what
of
we
artists,
love you for.
exactly. What they really love you for. You know, I feel like a lot of artists like they forget about that. And they go way over here and they can't come back.
A lot of artists, the label tell them what they need to do.
Distraction.
You know what I mean? You gotta understand the label never had nothing to do with you blowing the fuck up. You created that music in your space, on your time, with your and then when it's time for your second album, we think you should make an album a little bit more like.
With a check in the hand. Like, here go the check.
Def Jam never played like that. That's a good thing. They
but a lot of
yeah, they definitely gave me
because a lot of A&Rs, it be back in our day, it was A&Rs. They wanted to take the responsibility for blowing the fuck up.
Well, some were. I mean, that might be something that we're missing, because it used to be, guys who truly had their pulse on the game and knew who was next as a producer, and knew who writers were, and could really take an artist and put them somewhere.
I'm the king. Listen, I'm the king of. I be so pissed off with these modern day A&Rs, bro. Yeah. Because this is an A&R, and I keep telling them, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna have my book bag, I'm gonna sit down, change. Here go these producers, I got these samples clear. I got these 4 video directors right here. Here go the merch right here. This is how your website gonna look. These are the spots we gonna do, this is how your stage gonna look for your performance. Now, if they come in here, I don't know if they're a rapper or if they're A&R. Because they more focused on building their personal profile up. Like we in the fucked up stage, no Chainz. We in the fucked up stage now, because everybody that's supposed to be executive and doing this and doing that, they're trying to be a brand. Everybody want to be popular on the gram, but nobody want to be and put the work in. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying.
Don't nobody want to be popular and work.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know who used to have big power back in the days? Could push your album back even. Used to be the radio guy. Radio man. The head of radio used to have the power to push your back. Remember that? Like, he could literally tell the boss of the label, I ain't got it. And they'll come and tell you, yo, we got to push your back.
Need to do one more
so
record.
you didn't know it was the radio man.
Yeah.
They really depended on that guy so much. And I can honestly say, I don't spend $1. I don't spend $1 on radio now. I don't waste no money. Like, I remember sitting with Steve Rifkin recently talking to him and telling him, like, changed, man. Because they used to spend millions on radio. He used to do the free show for the DJ in every city and all of this just to, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot of gatekeeping. And he got a line
Now
on
you
the,
spend
on
some
the
money
record.
on radio, they happy.
He got a line on the album where he said, I don't gatekeep, I want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing we were talking about.
But you know what's crazy?
Too much of that.
When they say certain parts that fell in this game, and I see this with all three of y'all, I don't think people emphasize enough on their mother team and their personal infrastructure. The labels or the distributor can only do too much.
Right.
But when you got that real live infrastructure of people, of you know what I mean, like your own team, that's a different joint. I mean, both of them, you know what's crazy about this? Chainz and Larry walked in here, right?
Antonio.
D'Antonio. You know what? That sounds like he could be a restaurant too.
Just say Tony for short. Man.
Tony.
Yeah.
My fault, Tony. And Tony, right? They did something right that I don't see 95% of the new artists do. And this shit that be pissing me off. Because in my mind, for some reason, and Gil always say this, I be thinking I'm like somebody invisible manager or something, or they partner in the
You
company.
act like a manager for
Because
sure.
I be snapping, right? So they came in here, right? And this pissed me the off because I'm gonna see 50 other dudes not do it. Both of them had cameramen. Both of them got their own studio. Like they had cameramen, they understand and I'm seeing people that supposed to be at the time of now and they're not spending no money. And these not cameramen that's just random. These that they have, that they
Top.
on the payroll. Like this is my team. Like I think the investment in the engineer, the cameraman, and everybody need that partner. Somebody that might be a partner in the company that you got, or your man. You got to have that voice that's going to tell you, no, Tony, I don't like that.
Yep.
And you're like, but nobody is building team because, like, I can see they jury, but they got time in. Before the Jews, a studio costs, I'm gonna just be straight up. When you building, I don't know how it is. If you ain't got the money, a studio costs $7,000. A MacBook Pro.
Get cheaper than that.
I'm just saying, a MacBook Pro, $3,000. A MacBook Pro or Apollo costs $700. A good mic costs $700. Some earphones, the speakers, what's that? $4,000?
You're off to the races.
$4,000. What a cameraman cost? You got what's the name? I'm gonna just use him as an example. I was with Ye one time. His cameraman was shooting him on an iPhone like this.
Just need dedication.
Bro.
Dedicated.
That's it.
And when your team is solid, they move as one organism around you. It's like you really one person now. It's just one dude with all the mechanisms around them, like handling it. That's how they both move. I seen, you know what I'm saying, from first hand
And
experience.
it's crazy because at the end of the day, it's like I'm looking at this and I'm like, these dudes in the game I'm talking about, they got all this time in the game, but with all this time in the game, they still got people that they listen to, that they value their opinion.
Yeah.
If Tech tell Tony something, if David Ali or Drew High tell Larry something, they're gonna be like, all right, bet. They receptive to it. But that come from years of trust and years of building a team. And you might see Tech and Tony now, but I bet he took some L's that they learned some lessons from. I bet Drew High and Dave and Larry took some L's that they learned from. So, you know, it's all about the team, man, and have people like
Album is out.
album is out.
Out.
Life is beautiful when it's beautiful.
Make sure y'all go get that. Go. What's my favorite one? I don't be knowing the name.
Graduate,
Generation.
Bad choices, man.
LLC.
LLC,
Bad
yeah.
choices. I like Munyan.
I've been, yeah, that was the one.
Oh yeah, I've been in Munyan.
But I only listened to it 3 times.
That's a good amount of time.
No, so but you know if you like a song, then the next song come on after you be like, damn, this song popping too.
Then they be smoking.
Then the next song come on that you know you be
You're a real
like.
one, for
So
real.
as the
skips
more
on
you
it.
start liking them up, listening to songs, you start listening to more. That's how I was with Big X album. You know what I mean? I
Nah,
was
his
listening
album's
to-
good just like that too. I swear, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I was in I had a driver in Vegas going back to the room or whatever, but the whole weekend he was playing X, and X had been in the club and everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had shout out to him too, like he had a vibe too. But I
DMX,
think
right?
Plug.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hard. But I think this is another project that's super cohesive because you got this one producer, man. It's just no skips, and then we just
Yeah.
You know, we giving away some game on there, and I think that's what
Yes.
that's what the game was missing.
Absolutely.
Some game. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
Absolutely.
over teaching. We ain't.
No.
You know, we ain't.
It's simplistic. It's digestible.
There's some game in there.
It's digestible real quick.
Yes, it is.
And if you don't know what time it is, go check your Apple Watch, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, so y'all doing this. So I know it's got to be a part 2 or part. I know this gonna keep going. It got to be.
Yeah, we ain't
Yeah.
gonna stop working.
Nah, it was too easy.
Yeah, it was too organic. Like it just came together too easy. We gonna keep this shit going. And we got some, you know, we got some shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got some stuff like that.
I want to thank all you brothers for your
Yes.
contributions to
Yeah.
the culture of hip hop.
Yes.
Every way possible, man. Just keep going. And it's like I'm realizing in this game that shit ain't over till the casket drop.
Yeah.
And you got to, because listen, your audience ain't gonna let you. They ain't gonna let you just go and tuck. So you got to rock this shit out till it's over.
Ain't no
Straight up.
stopping.
One hit away, man. Everybody.
One hit away.
Everybody
2
one
minutes
hit
too.
away,
2
man.
minutes,
Life
a
is
minute.
beautiful.
A minute and a half.
Yeah.
It ain't
Away,
even that long.
away from your
Yeah.
life change. Your
Life is beautiful.
I've seen it so many times. It's just how you handle it
How you handle
going up. Because on the way down, some people will be like, "Hey, wait, man, I got you. Don't go down yet." Then you got some people, they look at you. Yeah,
Yeah,
asshole
nigga, you
anyway.
gave us your ass to kiss,
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
You gave what you used, yeah. So
You gave us your ass to
I've
kiss,
seen the
nigga.
journey, so it's
Yeah.
cool because you're right for a minute and a half. That shit, man, that shit changed.
It's a
from
minute
how-
and a
where
half,
your mama,
and
where your mama live,
and
you
you-
live, everything.
Yep, and you just said something important, and I'm gonna leave it with this straight from Atlanta. Rest in peace to my big homie Clay. Clay said, he called me one day, he said,
His
Wallo.
birthday today, I think.
What?
That's crazy you said that.
Damn, happy birthday.
Oh,
man.
man.
You
I didn't even know that.
You tuned in, man.
So
You
listen,
Happy
Clay,
birthday, Clay.
I'm gonna say this.
R.I.P.
Clay
legend.
called me one day, cause the last time I believe we was together, we was in what's that joint in polka dots and Houston, Texas, the restaurant.
Papa Dude.
Papa Dude.
Papa
we in there
Dude,
talking
Papa
shit.
Dude, yeah.
He
Polka
said,
dots.
and we in there tripping and all
That
that
was the
shit.
strip club you was at.
Well, I don't know. Clay said, Wallo. He said, always remember this. He said, the game about hot, lukewarm, and cold. When you're hot, you might see somebody, you gotta go. He said, find a couple people that's lukewarm. Throw some heat on them. I mean, find a couple people that's cold, throw some heat on them.
Yeah.
And go back to doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you might be lukewarm or cold one day.
Yeah.
And out of them, that's why I said a couple, few. It ain't gonna be everybody, but 1 or 2 is gonna help you out.
Yeah.
Don't never forget that. So shout out to Clay, man. Like you said, and look down. Rest in peace to him, a good brother. If you don't know him, shout out to his son running around with Travis doing this thing. I just seen him this week and at the Super Bowl. But man, rest in peace to Clay, man. And I appreciate y'all. Life is beautiful because we all here.
We on. We here.
And it's just like that.
Right.
Yeah. Numbers.
That's crazy.